now, people, is the brand new song is titled Motherless from Dahomey, Guidance, Nanny Mystic, and who else is it? And Focus. Yeah. So that's 4 artists
on this song,
on one song. So we're going to start the interview now of reggae artist Dahomey. Welcome, welcome again.
Thank you for having me again.
Exactly. This is your new home, so don't worry. them have to get used to you. That's it.
I might have to move on down to Queens.
Of course, why not? Alright, so let's get it started now. So tell us about this brand new song, Motherless.
Motherless, it's a brand new song that's recently released.
Yeah.
Under the production of the co-producer, Microwave, who's in Jamaica. I wrote that song several years ago, about 2011.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I have my book of songs. You know.
Yes.
I have a
catalog
of songs. Some already produced, not released yet, and many others not produced yet.
But it's okay. They're all gonna be released on VPAB Music from VP Records, so it's all good.
Yes. Give thanks to Carrie Ann Brown. so this song came about. It's a true story, actually.
Oh,
because
okay.
it is a true story because I was raised by my dad.
Oh, okay.
I do know my mom. We don't have the relationship like most mother-daughter will because we're distant.
Yes.
So everyone will always hear me speak of my dad.
Oh, okay.
My dad was my mom and my father.
Oh.
So I knew my mom when I was young in Jamaica. She would come to visit and do what she can.
Yeah.
You know, and she worked, so it wouldn't be like every week kind of a thing. But for the most part, my father played both roles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know, I always say there are good men out there who do stick around and father their children and go through it all. You know, because as a teenager, I can remember a time in my life as a teenager, my dad started acting very nervous.
Why?
And you know, you can't go to this party, and if I go, he had to bring me there and pick me up. And you know, when you grow up now as an adult, now I understand why.
Right.
You know, certain things that you experience during your later teen years, or you know, when you first go into adult, and you're on your own now. Then you get to understand why the daddies are the daddies that stay. So I'm a daddy's girl. I'm sorry, everybody, but I really am. You know, so why he was so protective. So my hats off, salute to my father every time, every day of the year. I don't even wait for Father's Day to do that. That's how the song Motherless came about, because it's actually true. I did feel like a motherless child. A lot of my friends, their mothers would always be motherly to me.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had plenty of mothers. But they weren't my birth mother. And I have an aunt, one of my dad's younger sisters, who stepped in the role as a mother. As a teenager, she was 16 years old at the time. My aunt Jackie.
What?
My dad had me since I was 2, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and I was with her everywhere. Everyone, all her friends that are still on board now, it becomes like a family. You know how Jamaicans are.
Yes,
your friends you go together, and when I go back home and they see me, they'll say, "Oh, that's little you that I used to be everywhere with them, the tag along little girl, you know."
The tag along.
Yeah. So that's how the song. That's how I wrote that song with a passion.
Oh,
because
okay.
I started going home more often. I visited my mom.
Yeah.
And that motherly void, it never goes away. It doesn't matter how many times I visit my mom or what you try that bonding thing.
Yeah.
As you get older, there is like absolutely nothing to fix that.
True.
It just never goes away. So that's how I came about writing that song about the motherless.
Oh, okay. So how did you get the other artists them to get involved? Nanny Mystic, the late Nanny Mystic, Guidance and Focus.
Well, Nanny Mystic became a friend of mine, and we got to know each other on the tour we went on this Grenada island tour together, and we got close.
Okay.
And her and I share similar views, and you have similar life experiences. So she's very poetic, and I like her, and I like her voice and the type of artist that she represents. So when I knew I had to finish the song, I called her, and this was last year's summer that we did finish this song. I called her and asked her to come on board, and she agreed. Now, Guidance is a friend of mine since when? So, I kind of, so know some things about him and stuff like that. So I wanted to put, and he can tell you himself, so I'm not going to get personal as far as he's concerned. But I wanted to put artists on board that shared the same passion and was able to carry out the message in the song. So that's how usually when I do a song, and I choose artists to collaborate this song with, I'm very picky. I choose those who I know share the same mindset when it comes to that particular topic. So that's how we do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the song is not bad. It's about, as you said, a motherless child. But it's okay. You was a motherless. You had your aunts around, your father stepped in as well as to play both roles and all these things. So tell the people them out there a little bit about yourself. Like where you're from, where you grew up.
Well, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. I actually was born in Dunkirk.
Oh, okay.
But I grew up on Mountain View. Big up Jolly Cavalli. Are you watching? Those of the Mountain View people.
Big up to the Mountain View people, yes.
So that's where I grew up. I went to Norman Gardens Olive.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I didn't even get to graduate to go on to high school because I left the country when I was like around 12 years old.
Oh,
and then I grew up in Westchester County, New York, for the rest of part of my life. I traveled, I moved to other states, and right now I reside in Connecticut, which is not, it's just next door. I love New York, so I don't want to be too far away. So that, in my childhood, I was always the entertainment type of person.
Yeah.
The person who you would know that's going to be around to make you laugh or just doing something comical. But I always loved singing. So I sang as a little girl. I always sang.
Did your father encourage you to sing?
He didn't at the time. I think he would watch me, and he would listen to me, and he would make jokes, and he would say, "You sing for your supper again?" When I was in high school especially, and I was in a gospel choir, and we traveled a lot to sing in many different places, as I told you the last time.
Yeah.
And I was challenged by the choir director, about strengthening my vocals, and I would go home every day and sing in my bedroom. So my dad would come home and catch me sometimes. So I would be singing, some of his songs that he would play. I would be in the room saying, "And I am telling you," different things, soulful music.
Yeah.
It's a thin line between love and hate. Things like that.
Yeah.
I grew up on those things, as well as I grew up on the icons like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, because my dad collects music. So music was a part of me.
Exactly.
It's just in me, waiting to just reach out to higher heights.
Of course.
Now he's very supportive.
That's good.
But sometimes I wonder, my dad is not a talky-talky person, so sometimes I wonder if he remembers like little things that I do when I was young. Like I would make believe I had the mic, things like that.
Yeah.
And all the 70s music he played, I knew all the dance. I knew every song word for word, so I just grew up like that, passionate about entertainment and music, and I'm just that type of person. I tried to do other things and it worked for a little while. Right. But what happens is if you go away from your passion, you can't please everybody. You have to please yourself and make yourself happy first. Yeah. So, of course I went to college. I majored in social science and different things, and I liked it, Because I'm a humanitarian.
But it's
so
not your passion.
it's not my passion. I still want to do it. I still want to help people.
Yeah.
But music is my first love. So right now I am still in college. I attend Berkeley School of Music.
Oh, okay.
I do their online, and I'm actually pursuing a professional degree in music business.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
I believe with all the changes and the way how music has evolved, it's very important to educate ourselves,
Yes.
because you'll be lost in this thing if
True,
you don't
true.
know the proper protocols. So
Yeah.
I've been working on that, and it's difficult. It's difficult to maintain.
But you have to keep, you cannot give up.
Oh no, I don't plan on giving up. It does get hard. Some of us in the music business, that's not there yet, where we're actually bringing in an income from our music only. We still have to work.
Yes.
So I do work and go to school and maintain my 2 children. One almost in college, he has 1 more year.
What?
Yeah.
That's good.
And one just learning to run around.
Uh-oh, so you have one just a start and one almost
One.
finished.
Yeah. So but they're a joy.
Yes, that's good.
I wouldn't be the same without them. So I'm not even complaining.
Tell us what is next for Dahomey now?
Well, right now, we talk about VPAL with DP Records. We're
Yeah.
gonna have some discussion with DP Records as far as my catalog of music.
Yeah.
To join in with some business with them. But that's only a discussion, so nothing's set in stone yet. So
Right.
we're not gonna talk too much about that.
Right, exactly.
So right now, just doing some promotions. Thanks to
Yeah.
Carrie Ann Brown, looking for some new bookings.
Thank you.
And she's doing a great job.
Thank you.
And writing some new songs. I have one song that I just produced with a producer in Long Island. So right now I produce so many songs myself, alone, as a do-it-yourself artist.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm looking to join with other producers,
Right.
to save my money.
Also.
It's very costly
Yeah.
to do it yourself. So right now I am getting calls from some different producers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
They
good.
give you the call and say, "Hey, I have a rhythm now.
Yeah.
I want
Jump
you
on
on it." And so I try to jump on everything that I can possibly jump on.
Of course, why not? But you never know.
Because that's the opportunity, right?
Right, true.
And it's less work for me. All I have to do is write the song and sing it. That's it.
True,
You know?
exactly.
And the next thing I'm working on is a foundation called Family Conservation Project.
Right, yes.
The foundation is started as far as I have all my officers in place, and we have discussions of where we're going with the foundation. Right now we're waiting to complete all the IRS documents because we don't want any legal issues.
Right, exactly.
So we were planning an event, and we postponed everything until we got all the legal documents and the IRS documents completed.
Yeah.
That we are an existing foundation, and we have the right to raise funds.
Yes.
So right now we're focusing on family violence.
Oh, okay.
Because especially with all the political stuff that's going on, family violence is kind of like put on the back burner, and they've cut the budget.
Really?
Yeah, so they don't have a lot of places to house women who are in danger,
Right.
or to even assist them to get back on their feet.
That's a shame.
Yeah, some women really have to run for their life. Like
Yeah.
these lifetime stories are the true stories that actually happen.
Right.
So, I've seen more than one cases in Connecticut where more than one that a woman lost her life because. But what happened is the educational part of the advocacy program for family violence is missing somewhere. Because I used to be a family violence advocate.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've looked at some things that they have done that just makes me shake my head all the time.
So that's why you open up your own.
Yes, this is why I'm opening up my own foundation, because I myself is a survivor.
Okay.
So I've lived on two sides of the coin,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of women out there don't have the education, don't know where to go, don't know who to call in order to protect themselves
Yeah.
or get themselves into a better place, or me personally, I have a tendency to turn bad situation and make it work for me. into something good.
Of course.
And reinvent myself. I have a friend that told me, how do you reinvent yourself every time? Because you know what? It's a part of my survival skills. I have to do that. I have to keep going. You can't just sit around and say, there's no hope and no one's helping me. I help myself.
You have to help yourself, exactly.
You have to help yourself first.
Yeah.
And then when people see how hard you're trying, I have had people who are supportive enough to say, let me help you with this or that.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. When someone comes and say, let me help you with this or that, you don't know how my heart sinks. Because when you're a person who is a humanitarian that's constantly helping others, everyone thinks you're okay all the time.
But you're not okay all the time.
Yeah. You're always smiling and your children are happy.
Yeah.
Because with my strength, I work to keep my children happy regardless of what's happening with me. So everyone thinks you're okay all the time. So everyone burden you.
Yeah.
But when I'm in my closet, I have one man that I can take my burden to, and that's my creator.
Right.
So
exactly.
then, in my mind, I'm like, okay, there's not going to be any worries as long as I can rely on that one person, but I can't rely on everyone else.
Right.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. So the foundation now is based here is in Connecticut. It's based in Connecticut.
Right now, we're not basing it in any one state because we want to be able to operate nationwide and worldwide.
Or international.
Right. So those are the things that we're speaking about when we raise money. A matter of fact, one of the projects that we're picking up, and it's not unlikely that I will pick up a project in Jamaica first. Because I know about my culture and I know what their needs are. Women's Inc. I already spoke to them. That is the Family Balance Program. The women's program in Jamaica. It's not even called Family Balance. It's a program that's supposed to house women in danger. But they don't have they're not equipped enough.
Oh, okay.
So there's another program for Trenchtown with Queen Kamala, who just got a big bus and she'll be on tour in Canada. She's leaving any day now. But she's the ambassador for the children in Trenchtown. She's been doing a lot of things like feeding the children and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
So when she saw what I was doing, she asked, if we could work together. And when I saw what she was doing, I'm like, this is great. So we have some things that we're going to be developing in Trenchtown.
Right.
Once all the documentation is set, and we can raise some money. And so I'm going to help by sponsoring some things she's doing to get her. It's called Spread the Love.
Yeah. Okay.
So Spread the Love is going to be feeding to the elderly soup kitchen on Saturday, because you know how soup is important.
Everybody loves Saturday. The mother pop that. Yes.
So we're gonna be feeding soup to the elderly on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have like a youth program. Also, we're reaching out to some other services to provide some kind of a counseling program for the women who are experiencing violence in their home and stuff, to educate them, bringing it right there. Sometimes you have to bring it right there to them.
True. Sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah, because you can't expect people who don't have proper transportation and nothing like that to make it to a program that is uptown facing.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's the foundation part of it.
Okay, so you're not only an artist, but you're also now you're a foundation businesswoman.
Yeah.
Activist.
Activist.
So it's a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good look for you.
Thank you so much. But you know what, Carrie Ann? I wouldn't be myself if I didn't give back.
Right. We all need to give back, and that is how we get our blessing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be myself if I didn't give back.
Right.
And also, I'm gonna be writing a book.
Right.
I'm gonna be writing a book.
Okay.
I won't say the name of the book. I already spoke to an author. A lot of people know him. I spoke to him a while ago, and so we're gonna be revisiting that.
Yeah.
It's a Jamaican author.
Oh, okay.
And he had #1 bookseller some years ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Now my brain is moving around now. Who is this author?
So I'm gonna revisit that.
Yeah.
Just to see what I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are the things that I'm gonna be working on.
So she's not only an artist, people, she's also a foundation activist for the women Okay, so let us support Dahomey on this project that she's doing and on this humanitarian, how will you say it now? Humanitarian, project that she's on.